Welcome back. Severe Benning in the morning, broadcasting live from the Host Coffee Studio. It's where we get it done, my man. T-Mo's OU Tyler filling in for Michael Severe, who is on the road making the terrible decision to miss the semifinals of high school playoffs, because you guys know that it's near and dear to his heart and mine. With that being said, probably the story of Class A and maybe high school football, depending on how you look at it. They have made what some call an improbable run with a championship-caliber coach. It's almost not fair as we welcome in on our coach's corner, the head Viking, Larry Martin. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Well, we're doing good, Coach. Thanks again for having me. I appreciate it.
So this is, I know you like to plan. You're a schedule guy. How much time did you block off in November after those first 5 games?
Well, let's just say that the first floor on the Martin house is all torn up and drywalled and painted and everything, but I never gave up on this group of young men. But the wife wanted to get some renovations done on the first floor, so we're working away, so that's interesting.
Coach, listen, a lot of people said, and I don't even think this was hindsight, when we saw the draw come out, right? It's the 16 seed. You guys got in after the run you made at the end of the year. Some folks thought you were more than capable, just due to your experience, having been there before. But the way you did it, what surprised you most so far about this football team?
You know, they're just the resiliency, Coach. You know, they're just the extreme resilience. I think that their character reflects their staff. You know, we never gave up. Like I've told the kids all season long that we're going to be rewarded for this towards the end. And anybody that had the opportunity to either play us or see us play, they saw a team that had a lot of potential to it, and we just needed to let it develop and let it play itself out.
Coach, so you get to the Central game, and something seems to click on offense. And I think in almost every game, but maybe one since then, you've scored over 40 points. What clicked? What changed?
Well, I think there's several factors. I would be remiss if, Coach O'Neill, our offensive coordinator, has been back with us now full time, and anybody in the Metro knows that he is an outstanding football coach and does a great job of weekly game planning for our team. And so Coach and his family have been in everybody in the state and definitely in the Metro's thoughts and prayers. And we've just, been working through all of that. And then for us, too, I think the game started to slow down a little bit for our quarterback. Without the developmental piece the previous year, and the tremendously tough schedule that we had right out of the gate, we were being asked to play at a high-caliber level right then and there. And so as the game slowed down for him, as we got Coach O'Neill back more, and then we made a couple adjustments in terms of our offensive line, they've really started to gel, and we can run it, we can pass it, and throw it in a variety of different ways.
Coach, it's interesting. You're always a guy as competitive as you are, and I've known you forever. You're gonna play the hand that you dealt. Obviously, trying to work within the confines of the district guidelines, not playing a season ago, the protocols. How much did you have to rely on? You had to tap into some other things. This wasn't about just X's and O's and motivation. You had to really embrace that leadership role, man. How did that weigh on you? Were you still in your comfort zone? We know you're a tremendous leader, but man, there were some tough times.
Yeah, I tell you, Coach, it's just you go with your heart. I'm a heart-driven guy, and I'm going to take care of my coaches. I'm going to take care of our players. And, I would tell you that I probably never coached any harder than I have in 32 years on Friday nights, because I knew the potential that this team had, and I was determined to get that out of them. And we know that kids can be vulnerable when things aren't going good and when you're not winning. We're a society that's driven by the win-loss stuff, and we forget about all the lifelong lessons that we can learn from playing from sports. And it was it came to the forefront. And I was very passionate on Friday nights, tried to bring some extra energy during the week because I had a staff that was, hadn't.
Yeah, you had some turnover.
Yeah, had some turnover and stuff like that. And also, even with that, is just, keeping them together. I mean, it was tough at the beginning, as we all well know. And but we held it together, and I feel like I did do a good job of stepping up for us in a time of need, but also I couldn't do it without a variety of different a variety of different groups of people. Our fan base has been very supportive of these young men throughout, even when we were struggling. I mean, they were there for us, and the schools rallied behind them. So we appreciate that. But yeah, it is. Like you said, it's easy to stand back and just let things go when everything's going smooth. But you have to step up when they need you the most.
So speaking of heart, take us through the emotions on your sideline with yourself in the last couple minutes of that Millard South game. It got a little bit crazy, right? You stop them on fourth down. You throw an interception. They fumble. You make a big play. Like what is the range of emotions you're going through over there trying to coach your team to victory in that situation?
Coach, I could tell you that for me, in the opportunity the first time that we played them, I knew that if we could just put it together, we would have a chance. And I also felt, because I've been on both sides of this, that particular football team, which is obviously a great football team, hadn't really been put in that situation before either. And so, as far as emotions for me, I just tell our coaches to do what we do and try to win the game. And our players kept battling, and we obviously caught a couple breaks, which I've been on both sides of that. But my common message was to them is just continue to do what we do and let get the ball in the kids' hands that could make plays.
Coach, it's interesting. You've seen it all. This is kind of a savvy veteran. I go back to that 15-16 season where we Omaha North limped in kind of to the playoffs with a losing record. We had opened with a pretty tough schedule. You closed out, beating Grand Island and Omaha Westside in overtime after losing to Westside earlier in the season, and obviously Millard West put it on Omaha North in the semis. Did you draw on any of that? It's different players, but you've been here before in terms of finishing strong to give yourself a chance to win just from overseeing a championship caliber program.
Yeah, a lot of correlations, Coach, as you well know. I mean, this particular team, is just peaking at the right time of the year. I think anybody that's followed our program historically, we're not always playing our best football in August and September. Right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just how we have approached things because of a variety of different reasons. But yet we're going to build this thing so that when we get into October and November, that we're going to play our best football. But there are a lot of parallels, Coach. Even the first time that we played Westside, it doesn't really matter the name of the team, but that particular opponent that we played, we had our opportunities the first time that we played them. And so getting the opportunity to play them again and the second time, and once again, we caught a break where a kid bobbled the ball over there on the side, and we picked it. We kicked a field goal to win the football game. But
well, that recollection really is fantastic.
Yep.
You can parse through the years just that clean. That just lets you know what we're dealing with as we talk to the head Viking, Larry Martin. So what is it about these Gretna Dragons, Coach? I know you're a big film guy. You like to study. I think they're better than most people give them credit for, even though they do have a gaudy record. They kind of get the but. What surprises you about them when you get inside the film?
Yeah, I mean, Coach, this team is really good. They aren't going to beat themselves defensively. They're very physical. They're very sound. They have all the respect of our staff and our program and the attention straight up. I mean, they are bigger and stronger up on that defensive line. Their linebackers are fast and they play hard, and they're very well coached. And then you flip over to offense. They've got a well-coached offensive line. I know their offensive line coach. He played with my son Zach Landon Kubicek. He's a great young football coach, and they are very well coached up front. And then obviously their quarterback is legit. I mean, you want to bring pressure. He knows they have enough quick game and screen game to get the ball out. He makes very good decisions. They got some speed guys, and their perimeter guys are very unselfish, and they block very, very, very hard. And so special teams are good. Number 7, I don't know everybody's names and stuff like that, but he's a threat to do some things to change the field position. So very good football team, very well deserved to where they're at, very well coached, and we're excited about the opportunity.
I kind of know how you get, so 2 quick things before we let you go. I said all year, if there's one guy that I want to give a motivational speech to get a team up, it would be you. Have you brought the towel out yet?
Yeah, my boys have been asking me. I feel like this group, doesn't need any more motivation, and we'll see. It could be a little chilly tonight, so maybe the towel will have to come out.
And on that note, before we let you go, how close of attention are you paying to the weather forecast? People may not realize you throw it a lot better than folks maybe would give you credit for, and really do well with 50-50 balls. What do you think about the weather?
Well, it's November weather in the state of Nebraska. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes and it'll change. So you have to, I told the players, my consistent message to them is the weather doesn't matter. I want them in that type of mindset. They have to prepare that it's going to be 70 degrees, sunny out, and because every game that I thought that the weather was going to benefit us, it ended up not, or vice versa. So from a coaching standpoint, they need to be on point. No, there are some things that we could do, or both offensively and defensively, to allow us, and even special teams, to allow us to benefit from that. But it's going to be a typical, well, not typical, but it's going to be cold out there, and we've got to be ready to handle it. But the kids are excited, Coach. Bittersweet,
maybe, but the potential showdown of Omaha West Side and Omaha North, man, that would be something.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Huffman has something to say about that.
You already know. the one guy that would have stones enough during the course of a week to call me and shoot the breeze, man. It'll be a lot of fun tonight.
I wish those guys, I wish you and you guys' staff the best of luck, Coach. And it's just a great night for high school football here on Friday night in Nebraska. That's for sure.
Coach, proud of the program, man. Appreciate you.
Yep, thank you. You guys have a great day and stay warm.
Good luck, Coach.
Football.
He's fantastic. I mean, right?
Oh,
you watched him up close because you supported that team quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, no, great guy, great coach. Not surprised at all that they're here. You look at the record, you say, oh, he should be, but to your point, a few people, like you included. I don't like to give Mike Sauter credit anytime, but he thought it would be a good game against Millard South as well. I think people who follow high school football in the state closely, who know Coach Martin and his staff, I don't think anybody who really knows those guys are stunned. Surprised maybe, but not stunned.
Underappreciated Keyshawn Williams?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Relative to what he does. I think everybody talks about their D-line, and rightfully so. They're fantastic. But number one on the outside is a dog.
No, and he obviously very, very capable. I don't think, you and I have known him for a long, long time.
Yeah, you didn't see this coming with the Junior Skyhawks?
Yeah.
He didn't even want to play wide receiver.
No. He didn't want to be a tight end. He didn't just wanted to play running back. But no, he's super talented kid, and he, like you said, he's a dog. He's a competitor. He's going to fight you on every play.
Should be a ton of fun. We'll catch up with some more high school after the break as we talk to Mike J. Schaefer from 24/7 Sports. Back after this on Severe and Benning in the Morning.